In a world where complex geopolitical relationships require on-point strategic insight, fluid adaptability, and true leaders, no one is better poised to address the current challenges of our world than General Allen.
There are many of you here who, on a day-to-day basis, are dealing with real leadership challenges, whether it's a tough economy or it's a difficult market, or it's choosing the right kinds of individuals to populate your ranks. Leadership is essential to complex organizations, and it's essential, obviously, to have an organization that is competitive in the world market today.
General John Allen is a retired four-star Marine Corps general. He was the longest-serving U.S. commander in the Afghan War and the former commander of the NATO International Security Assistance Force and U.S. Forces Afghanistan.
So we're going to talk about what certain characteristics leaders have to be successful. And the first thing I would say is they have to have the ability to see and understand the big idea before them. The second thing is to be able to convey that big idea, to be able to convey what we call in the service the intent of the leader to those who are led. The third area is really important, and it's an area that we're really only beginning to understand thoroughly in the military, and that's something we call dominating the information space. Now, this is an area where our military is really beginning to, I think, make some real traction, but it's relevant to virtually any practice of a complex organization, and that is understanding the environment in which you shape perceptions.
Widely hailed as a strategic thinker, he led and managed one of the most complex military transitions of the Middle East. A true battlefield leader, Allen was the man on the ground in times of crisis.
But the truth is, much of our decision-making and much of what we want those who we seek to influence to do, we don't want them necessarily to do it because of what's happening in the physical domain. We want their perception to be shaped in a way where they'll do what we want them to do by virtue of our maneuver of information. I had a large conventional force. I had hundreds of airplanes, fighters, helicopters, thousands of armored vehicles. But none of them could move as quickly to my requirements as the commander as could information. Information literally could move at the speed of light.
Organizations call upon him for his ability to help them think strategically about leadership, lessons learned in leading complex organizations, cybersecurity, and crisis management and communications.
It was very early in the morning one day when I got the phone call, and the story went something like this. Sir, we're not sure, but we think we may have just burned as many as 200 Holy Quran in a fire pit in Bagram. And I believe that we were potentially witnessing the end of the campaign as we knew it. Because the Taliban all along had said, the reason that ISAF is here is to dominate the Afghan people. The reason that the Westerners are here was in fact to attack the faith of Islam and deny us our own faith. And here was a real information boon for the Taliban. The Afghans needed, because I couldn't stop the Taliban message, they needed to at least hear my message so the two would be in competition. And ladies and gentlemen, we went to war in the information space to save the campaign in Afghanistan. And we did it across the entire spectrum of information. From television to radio to the social media, and the first thing you did is to cut a video of me describing what just happened and assuring the Afghans on my honor that we had done this inadvertently. I learned from this as the theater commander that while you can have many physical activities occurring in the campaign, it is what the information operation is that gives it context.
President Obama said, John Allen is one of America's finest military leaders, a true patriot. And Leon Panetta, the former defense secretary, described General Allen as one of the United States military's most outstanding battlefield leaders, a brilliant strategist, and an exemplary Marine.
Wielding information on behalf of your organization, wielding information both in time and in space, either to contest a hostile message or to create the message itself to support your organization, is an essential understanding of the leaders for the organization and for the lead.
It's a human vision, legacy we want to leave behind us.